Alright, what is up YouTube? It is Psychedelic Scizor, and I am here with the team builder for week 2 of the Little Cup League versus Arctic. One of the first people I've ever been in league with, one of the first people I've ever talked to in league, so we're good friends in that sense. That said, this is not a friendly match. I definitely would I mean, it is, but this is like, I'm going to take this very seriously. I want to win in this league, and I definitely want to beat him, because for all the leagues we've been in before, we have such a bad track record of just trying to throw leagues together and then them all dying before we get very far into it. Luckily, now that I'm head of the Little Cup League, I am going to refuse to let that happen, because the one way you let a league die is by like letting it go slow and just not forcing people to have their battles. And I am definitely a dick about that, and feel no mercy about handing out forfeits for people who don't get on and do their battles. So this league, we're gonna finish it, damn it. All right, but as we see in front of you, Arctic's team is kind of scary, but I might note here that these are not the mons for the week 2 battle. Some free agents were just made. As I mentioned in the video that I'm going to upload right before this, 2 teams dropped and all their mons hit the free agent market, and so there was kind of a flurry of free agent moves made. And so this is actually not Timber, this is Scraggy, and this is not Mudbray, this is Sandshrew, at least for week 2. Afterward, it's going to go back to, or not go back to, but it's going to go to these free agents that he made. As you see, he was one of the first ones on it to pick these 2 up, but these are still threats nonetheless. So his team is composed of Magnemite, Ghastly, which is a Z move user, Marine, I guess, Marianne, pre-evolved Toxapex, Scraggy, Houndour, Solosis, Onyx, Cottony, Talo, Sandshrew, Bergmite, and Goomy. So he's got a pretty fat team, but while he doesn't have general like a lot of speed, like on average, the mons that he does have that are fast are very fast. Ghastly is extremely fast. Talo is definitely fast, and Houndour has Sucker Punch, which is a threat. He's got a good team. It's going to be even scarier once it's Timber and Mudbray, though. To be honest, I'm glad I'm getting this battle out of the way. So let's go over to see what I picked up here. So first mon I picked up is a physically defensive Calm Mind Slowpoke, and this is the standard set: Calm Mind, Slack Off, Scald, Psychic. This is kind of a win condition for me, but it also can be like a defensive switch in early game, just because Regenerator is going to heal me up a little bit. But this is basically once Scraggy is either weakened or gone, or especially if it's not brought, that would be the best. But once Scraggy is removed, or at least weakened, Slowpoke can come in and set up, because that's really his only good way of beating me. The only way he really 1v1s Calm Mind Slowpoke is if Magnemite is in. I can't set up on Magnemite. I think once I am like really calm-minded up, I can probably start taking these hits. But same with Ghastly, I'd have to calm mind up a lot. But he could Toxic me or Scald Burn me with Marine, with Baby Toxapex. I don't know how to go up pronouncing that. Houndour really can't counter me because I Scald it and I kill it. The only really way to 1v1 me, I'm doing air quotes when I said that, but you can't see that because I don't do face cam. The only way to 1v1 me is to have Calm Mind Solosis, or like Toxapex. I'm not going to say it. Toxapex. Maybe Leech Seed Cottony, but I think I would start like bulking up enough, or like Calm Minding up enough to take the hits. So not a lot of ways of doing that, and even then Psychic, especially once I Calm Mind up, is not going to, I mean, it's going to want to do a lot of damage. This thing's not going to stay in. I apologize, I'm very rough at recording right now. I've been going through so much shit recently with moving out of my house right now, and school, and me being negligent of school. It's been bad. College is hard. Don't drop out, kids. I'm not dropping out, but like I ramble. I ramble quite a bit. So Calm Mind Slowpoke is definitely a good win condition, and just defensively, it's not a bad switch in. I do have to worry though when three of his first four mons are good counters to it, but I feel like I was able to address that fairly well because my next mon is Trapinch, and how I mentioned earlier that Scraggy is the only thing really stopping this thing from going. Um, Trapinch is there to trap Scraggy because that thing is really a threat to this team. I don't really have good switch-ins at all to it. Um, so Trapinch is designed to just come in and kill it. Physically bulky, so I can take. I think it's like 2 high jump kicks, something like that. I'm going to double check that calc actually, but yeah, I actually want to double check this because I haven't made a team here in a while, or I haven't made this team here in a while. So if he's just a scarf set, and I am Eviolite, oh wait, 236, 236. Oh, this calc wasn't for scarf. This scarf was for adamant band. Yeah, adamant band is never going to Oko me after stealth rocks. That was what this calc was for. So I can come in and I can superpower it, which is going to be more powerful than Earthquake, which will OHKO it. I'm not going to bother typing that in, but yeah, I will, no matter what, I will take the high jump kick from Scraggy, so I don't have a full health, and I will OHKO it back with superpower. But mostly Earthquake, Crunch, Superpower, Rock Slide. Pretty much all the coverage I need. Superpower mainly for Scraggy. Earthquake is just good stab, it hits everything. Crunch is for Ghastly because even though Gengar lost Levitate, its pre-evos did not. So if I want to have any hope of hitting that, I don't know why it'd stay in or if I'd even be able to take an attack, but if I just had to click something against it, I definitely have Crunch. And Rock Slide is just for Talo. I really didn't, like, I'm not missing anything obvious that Rock Slide's for, am I? Not really. Actually, yeah, it's not really for anything particularly because it's just for Talo. Just for Talo. So I don't lower myself with superpower. But this is going to be very important that I play this well. This is not a mindless mon that you just kind of have there. Like, I need to play this thing well and know when and what to trap. I also mentioned in the video that I put up before this with the free agents. This is the last week I'm going to be able to use Trapinch because I free agented. I released it and put it on the free agent market after, like, active after this week. So I'm going to get my use out of Trapinch though because I feel like this is like the 1 week where I really, really needed it because Scraggy is like the one mon my team cannot switch into at all. All right. Well, my next mon is DJ Khaled, Vullaby. She's nice physically defensive, Roost, Defog, Air Slash, U-Turn. This is kind of my other switch into Scraggy, although I think I checked like a Life Orb high jump kick from Scraggy that's like Adamant or something like that. Can 2-hit KO me. Actually, not can. Will. There's not a ton of rolls in Little Cup necessarily because of how close the HP is. But it will probably 2-hit KO me after rocks. But this is just my best switch in, and it's just a nice physical switch in for things in general. Really handles Sandshrew, handles. I'm having to go back to the team because I should have looked this over a little better. But I can still take Shadow Balls from Ghastly pretty well, and Dark Pulses from Houndour. But also a switch in for physical Talo. But this is just a nice general check. Like, this isn't specifically tailored to any one thing, which is why it's also kind of the generic set. Roost and Defog are kind of obvious. I don't always run Defog like typically, especially because I usually draft offense. I don't usually worry about hazard removal. I always have it because I want to have it there if I need it, but you don't actually see me run as much hazard removal as you'd think. But this week it's important because of that calc that I showed you before with trap bench and especially with rolls on slowpoke too. I need rocks to not be up and hurt me a lot. I kind of want to remove them. Plus, Dark Pulse doesn't really do anything for me because I don't really want to be Dark Pulsing Solosis a lot because if he brings it, the thing's almost guaranteed to be Calm Mind, and that thing is going to just Calm Mind up on me and abuse me. I'd rather just U-turn out of there and get something better in against it. Next is Lileep, making a season debut, Mind Freak. Stealth Rock, Recover, Giga Drain, Ancient Power, especially defensive. This thing is here to take on, well, not really Magnemite or Ghastly, but it takes on, yeah, it can take hits from Ghastly, and it can just generally take special hits. It's also a nice Stealth Rocker. It does not appreciate Flash Cannons from Magnemite, though. It takes the electric hits, but it doesn't take the steel hits well at all. This thing also is a very, very good check to Baby Toxapex with Storm Drain. I still don't want to get Toxic, but like what Mon does outside of like Ursaring. And it's just a nice, another blanket check. I have two kind of just blanket checks covering everything because he's got a lot of offense that I can't really handle too well. And speaking of offense, this is a nice counter to offense. Life Orb Magby. This thing is really fast. It outspeeds everything on his team except Ghastly, which I speed tie with. And does Talo reach 19 speed? It may. Actually, no. I'm very certain it like reaches just 18 for some reason. But Psychic for Toxapex, Flamethrower, General, nice stab. HP Water for. Oh, I'm very unprepared for this video. HP Water for Onyx, that's it. HP Water for Onyx. And Dual Chop is for Magnemite because of Berry Juice and Sturdy. Yeah, I could still hit it with Flamethrower, but if he's that Sturdy recycle set, Dual Chop is able to kind of break that cycle. And finally, just as another win condition, because it's very situational whether I'm going to be able to use Slowpoke as my Calm Minesweeper or not, because that thing, well, it'd be nice to have it as a Calm Minesweeper if it needs to check things defensively. I might need it to. Like, if Vullaby gets hurt really early and I still need to switch into High Jump Kick, Slowpoke's going to have to be the guy. So I need another win condition, especially because my team is not the greatest right now, because Magby isn't set up right now. And so that's why we have Dwebble. The Rock is making his debut with a Shell Smash set and Lumberry. Lumberry is to prevent, or at least, counteract Prankster Stun Spore from Cottony, and that's what Poison Jab Oko's it back. Because that's his only really good check to Dwebble. Everything else is just swept through with Earthquake and Knockoff. Earthquake hits everything super effectively or neutrally except for Talo and Ghastly. Ghastly's Okoed by Knockoff, and Talo takes quite a bit from it and doesn't exactly destroy the thing in return. I was very close to running Stone Edge, but I didn't want to have to risk hitting Stone Edge, because if I brought it, I was going to rely on it very, very heavily, and that is a recipe to get haxed if you rely on Stone Edge very heavily. And that is the team. I am confident aside from two things. It's more one thing that branches to three mons, basically. The three things that really threaten my team are Ghastly, Magnemite, and Scraggy. And it's all going to depend on what combination of them he brought and how he plays them. A well-played Scraggy is going to rip through my team, but if he gets kind of aggressive with it early and lets it go down early, that is going to be great for my team, because my team can whittle his down, because you see I have a lot of reliable recovery between Slack Off on Slowpoke, Roost on Vullaby, and Recover on Lileep. I can definitely wear down his team quite a bit. And that's kind of where my matchup is at. That was kind of that was about an average team builder. I usually ramble for quite a bit. I will be more prepared going forward. But this is not forward. And so, if you like what you guys saw, make sure you like, subscribe, share, do what you do with YouTube videos. And I'm actually going to get right into the battle after this, so wish me luck in the next video. See you guys.